Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning. Today I have an interesting thing to tell all of you. But where are everyone? Huh?
Avanti's arm is fractured. She fell down on the playground yesterday. Neela took her to the hospital immediately.
Yes, many of the boys have a sore throat and fever.
Oh, that's not good. Huh? Everyone should take care of their health. Huh? Children, do you know the meaning of being healthy?
Yes, if we do not fall sick very often, we are healthy.
You are right, Yash. See, the definition of good health is being in a state where you are free from sickness. Getting? A healthy person is able to cope up with the demands of daily life. Some people think about health only when they fall ill. Hmm? But we should take measures so that we don't fall sick at first place. Are there any ways of achieving good health?
Yes, exercise and following a good diet.
Correct. One of the best things that we can do to our body is exercise. How many of you do exercise regularly?
I come to school on my bicycle. It's about 3 kilometers one way.
We have 2 sports periods every week. After doing some warming up exercises, we play games.
That's really good. See, one of the best things that we can do to our body is exercise. The type and amount of exercise varies from person to person, depending upon the age and other physical conditions. For example, the people who have just recovered from some illness, or for aged people, doing simple works like cooking or cleaning the house or taking a leisurely walk are helpful. But others, especially younger people, should do some more exercises, vigorous exercises, something like swimming or running every day. Now, Soham mentioned that good diet is necessary. Now, basically, what is good diet?
Eating balanced food.
Our biology teacher tells us that we should consume enough vitamins, minerals, proteins, and carbohydrates.
That's well said, Sanika.
We should avoid junk food.
Absolutely correct. See, drinking enough water is also very important. See, along with good exercise, having a healthy diet can promote good health. Okay? We should make sure that our meals include enough fruits, nuts, vegetables, pulses, cereals, and dairy products like milk and curds. Basically, it keeps us active and reduces the chances of falling sick.
My mother cooks a variety of tasty dishes with a lots of vegetables, pulses and cereals.
That's absolutely right. See, I know, I understand that all of you like to eat pizza and burger, but you should eat that only once in a week. The foods with a lot of sugar, salt and fat taste good. We should avoid them as much as possible. Eating these kinds of food can lead to a variety of health problems. That is why they are called as junk food. Children, do you know something? In the modern world, all of us have some level of stress in our life.
Yes. Exams are one of the reasons.
Well, that is true. That is true. Well, all of us have some level of stress in our life. The cause of the stress is different for different people. Well, the most common cause of stress in students is the examination pressure. It can also be caused by good things like participating in a competition or going to a new school. Stress can never be completely removed from our life. Okay? Instead of trying to remove stress, we need to be aware of what are the things that are causing this stress and try the best ways to reduce the impact that stress has on our lives. There are several ways to fight against the stress in our life. Exercising regularly is one of the best ways to control our stress. Playing sports, playing other games is another example, another way to reduce our stress.
Yes, very good information. I will eat all the vegetables from now on.
Good boy.
After the school is over, let us all visit Avanti.
Yes, but we should not visit the other friends in case we catch an infection.
All of you are right, but there is one other thing. Okay, listen. Yesterday, Avanti was taken to the hospital due to her injury. People go to a doctor's clinic or a hospital when they are unwell. Let's study some of the verb collocations related to illness and injuries. Verb collocations referring to illness and injuries. Verb, common collation that goes with the verb. An example: catch, a cold, the flu, a chill, pneumonia, infection. Example: I got completely wet and caught a cold. Contract, a disease, malaria, typhoid. My uncle contracted malaria while he was working in Africa. Develop, lung or breast cancer, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's disease. My grandfather developed Alzheimer's disease and could no longer remember things or recognize people. Suffer from, asthma, hay fever, backache. She has suffered from asthma all her life. Have an attack of, bronchitis, asthma, hay fever, diarrhea. She had an attack of hay fever and was sneezing non-stop. Be diagnosed with, cancer, leukemia, autism. He was diagnosed with cancer and was treated with chemotherapy for a year. Suffer, sustain, major, minor, serious head injuries. The driver sustained serious head injuries in the crash. Avanti fell down on the playground, remember? Now look at these sentences, okay? Neela took Avanti to the hospital. Avanti was taken to the hospital by Neela. Both of these sentences express the same meaning, but the form of the verb is different. Let's discuss this in details, okay? Neela took Avanti to the hospital. Here, the form of the verb shows that the person denoted by the subject does something. Neela, the person, does something. The verb took is said in active voice. Avanti was taken to the hospital by Neela. Here, the form of the verb shows that something is done to the person denoted by the subject. So, something was done to Avanti. The verb taken is said to be in passive voice. Voice is that form of a verb which shows whether the subject does something or something is done to the subject. Active voice. A verb is in active voice when its form shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject does something, or in other words, is the doer of the action. It is called as active voice because the person denoted by the subject acts. See, a verb is in passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. It is called passive voice because the person denoted by the subject is not active but passive. That means the person receives some action. Now look at these sentences. I eat vegetables and vegetables are eaten by me. The first one is the active voice and the second one is the passive voice. Note that when the verb is changed from active to passive voice, the object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in passive voice. Suitable tense of the verb be is followed by the past participle. By precedes the original subject used as an object. Let's see some more examples, okay? Active voice and passive voice. She plays cricket. Cricket is played by her. A friend helped Avanti. Avanti was helped by a friend. Children are eating fruits. Fruits are being eaten by the children. Soham has done the homework. The homework has been done by Soham. The students must do exercise. Exercise must be done by the students. What did we learn? The definition of good health is being in a state where you are free from sickness. A healthy person is able to cope with the demands of daily life. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and reducing the impact of stress helps a person to stay healthy. We learned some verb collocations referring to illness and injuries, like catch a cold, diagnosed with cancer, suffer from headache, etc. Voice is that form of a verb which shows whether the subject does something or something is done to the subject. A verb is in active voice when its form shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject does something, or in other words, is the doer of the action. A verb is in passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. When the verb is changed from active to passive voice, the object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in passive voice. Suitable tense of the verb be is followed by the past participle. Exercise. Choose the correct answer. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. A. Was written. B. Written. C. Wrote. J.K. Rowling Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. A. Was written. B. Written. C. Wrote. I'll have to come by bus as my car A. Is repairing. B. Is being repaired. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the suitable verb from the list below. Catch, suffer from, diagnosed with, contract, develop. After getting wet in the rain, Lata pneumonia. The man malaria while working in the jungle of Pench. My grandmother was lung cancer. He backache for a long time. She arthritis and her movements are restricted. Activity. Have you or anybody in your family experienced any medical emergency? Describe in short what actually happened at that time. How did you or someone in your family dealt with that situation? Write it in about 200 words.